going on, Super Fun Force? Y'all ready for some more super fun Tobot toy action? Well, we have Mini Tritan, and this will complete my original Tobot collection. Again, I have the 2-pack X and Y in separate releases, and now I got Mini Tritan, and this one is definitely a mini version. So for this, there's only the full-size one, which is quite large and almost impossible to find. And then, of course, we have the mini, which is just as fantastic to have in your collection. And basically, again, for me, that completes it, because I definitely want, in this case, I have the X and the Y, and this also gives me access to Z. And then, although I do see W available, I'm just going to get that in the combiner form to extend my collection. I mean, this completes the original guys, which is, X, Y, and Tritan. It does skip Titan. Titan was when, in the cartoon, you only had X and Y combining, but I'm like, I'll just go ahead and pass them up so I can get Tritan, because then they get Z. So for me, this one is going to be a wonderful, wonderful asset in addition to my collection. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. And let's see here. Yeah, again, instructions inside. Nothing too extravagant there. We got a little twist tie back here, which basically is already undone. And yeah, I'll be taking them out for the first time, so let's see. I want to be careful because they are very secure inside of these plastic sprues, in a sense, not true sprues, but these cartons, nonetheless. There we go. All right. Well, that is awesome. And I think in many ways this is the one you want to have more than the original Tritan. I mean, again, if I had the ability to get the full-size one, why not? But this one is great, and it goes good with the X and Y scales that I have as well. But look at that. And I'll quickly talk about some of the differences right off the bat. Of course, with the full-sized one, which is obviously much taller, probably almost twice as tall. But on the back right here, you have these kind of jet thrusters, which is an incredible detail. We'll take a look closely in just a minute. And those are orange. Those are painted. Down here in the feet, too, you have another kind of a white plastic piece here to match. And the same thing, the jet thrusters on the back here are painted. And then, of course, the metallic paint on the head here for the wings, and then a little bit more in the bumper sticker, a little more blue and stuff. But again, this thing, though, is such a joy to have. It's going to be fun to transform, take apart, recombine, and basically recreate the original Tobots with. So yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take a closer look at it before taking it apart and recombining it for you guys, so that way you can see all of it. And yeah, this is just really cool. The wings here, you still get all the Kia badging back there. Oh, even on the front here, which we'll take a look at again. All right, well, let's take a closer look at it. I am super stoked. All right, here is Tritan, Mini Tritan. But again, the scale fits perfectly. Really quickly, I'm going to show Baboon, along with Man-at-Arms and Hot Rod. So he's definitely considerably taller than the Studio Series here and a Motu figure. But again, I think the scale works perfectly. It's definitely twice the size for the full-size version. It'd probably be raw, right? But it works perfectly now having X and Y in this scale, right? Not the full size, but again, this makes for a wonderful collection, starting off with the 3 main characters of the original Tobots first season, because again, getting to have Dylan from Tobot Z in this car format here, I think is really cool. And I still get all the original ones. And it kind of captures Titan as well. So let's have some fun. Let's take this guy apart for the very first time. So bear with me. I'm going to go ahead and try it out. But really quickly, I want to say what I like about this guy, and it's also evident in the second iteration of Tobots, which is Athlon, the more sporty style. They have a similar setup with the legs, except that the feet here, the windshields, are actually on the flip side. They're on the top. And it's kind of cool because it reminds me of some of my favorite toys as a kid, which would be the retro GoBots. And if you guys remember Puzzler, and I had the blue guy. The blue guy was one of the feet for sure that you would transform, and it was basically the same style like this, but again, you would have the windshield side here on the top. All right, well, let's start taking this apart. This is going to be super cool. All right, I'm going to just kind of fiddle with it. I think the legs for sure will come off the easiest, so I'll start with that. So there we go. and then essentially the arms as well. So what we want to do here, and I think what I'm going to have to do is hopefully not break the wings, but that's fine. They seem to pop off as well. It looks like for the arms, okay, so it's a sliding mechanism here, as you can see. We just want to slide this down. Boom. Because essentially, yeah, it's going to basically slide back in when we combine it. All right, guys, now that we've taken it apart, let's transform each of the 3 cars. All right, guys, let's start with the legs. This looks like the most intuitive to transform. And let's see if this... Nice, okay. And then, of course, the rest of it should be pretty much straightforward. I really like how these car splits. It reminds me of Mask. I really wanted a lot of transforming cars that split apart. That's always good in my book, and Tobot definitely does that on the regular. It's funny, this definitely, you can see, is a miniature scale, because right here, oh, it's nice though, we have the Kia badging, so that is really a good plus. They added a little bit more of the blue color on the headlights. Still looks really good. Now this is, as you can see, Y, but quite a difference in scale. So you can imagine when you get the full-size version of Y, and then essentially you're going to get for the full-size version of Tritan somewhat of a similar size, so it's going to be like really big, but this is still really nice to have. And again, it pretty much gets everything from the original, the large Tritan, but it does have some benefits to it, you know, again, being easier to transform and play around with and combine, and it still captures the look and feel perfectly. So great job for that. Now this one too, it looks like, well, you know what, I want to mention one thing though. This is probably going to be a little bit tricky. I have gloves on, so I might be able to get a little bit of an extra grip here as far as like taking the leg out, but this I think is going to be the caveat. You might need a tool right there, but you know, as far as me like getting a grip on this is actually really, really tricky. And my glove, I can feel my glove kind of like helping me a little bit, you know, but okay, that wasn't too bad. I guess you can fit a fingernail in there. But other than that, still really great. I like how it splits into 2. So with this guy right here, we're going to now get into X. And apparently, let's see, when we're going to bring this, does this twist? Okay, it's going to twist, and I guess we're going to want to fold that in. Yeah, there we go. Another splitting car. Awesome. So same thing here. We're going to have to, let's see, we're going to have to twist this. Kind of hide the fist in there. Really great though. I like the scale of this so far. It's really nice. These are like the smallest Tobots, you know, and I still like smaller Transformers, but to me it's amazing to see how small these actually are, especially because, you know, Tobots are generally quite large in scale. So this one, let's see, you want to be a little careful. I don't want to damage the head. Obviously it's going to go this way. Here's a torso. These keep popping off, but that's okay because again, the way that they are, it shouldn't be difficult at all. It's almost like a removable piece. I wonder if I even have to do that, perhaps? Maybe, you know what? It even seems like it might be the best thing to do in this situation here. So let's see, I think with this we want to fold this here. Yeah, because that you can see that one pegs in pretty, you know, pretty strongly right there. There's like these 2 holes and pegs here. So definitely want to remove that because that's going to prevent it from being able to now, as you can see, fold inside. Perfect. So then Tritan, I'm trying to figure out the head here because I know we want to disguise this. Oh, okay, so it just pushes in. I like that. Okay, and I guess when you do this, does it pop up automatically? No, I guess the same thing. You're just going to have to move it up yourself, apparently. Yeah, okay, that's not bad at all. So that just kind of pushes in, goes like this, and then I guess we just pop this right back in. So that's not difficult at all. And then we have the complete car, and we have Dylan rolling in on Z. So yeah, it's really nice to see though these do have the Kia badging on them, so that's really good, as you can see. So it makes it look more authentic for sure. But I really like these guys. It's really nice to see them on a smaller scale, but again, it makes it easier for them to be, you know, displayed, and also to put them alongside, you know, other Transformers, action models, and toys in your dioramas or displays. But man, they did a great job nonetheless It's so awesome having Tritan after seeing the cartoon and him being obviously a mainstay, and they still all have the chromed wheels with the flat pegs. So I really like that. I mean, it's not like super chrome, but it's still silver painted with somewhat of a slight metallicness to it. So that way it still looks, more like a rim rather than just like a dull piece of plastic. So really nice. Once again, too, it still has a nice gloss to it. You can see in the reflections here. Very, very nice gloss. So this is a huge win, guys. If you want Tritan in your collection, and I suggest you get them if you're a fan of the original Tobot, and just having a nice compact combiner for adult collectors. I mean, you can't lose at all with this. It reminds me again of Puzzler and the original GoBots, but it has much more of an updated twist, that Kia branding to help kind of replicate what Transformers were doing with their Japanese cars and eventually with all cars. So this is the beginning of the South Korean animation revolution. Tritan being their first, major combiner. You did have Titan, who was only the 2. But this is fantastic. It's a much more upgraded version of Titan. They look similar, but Tritan looks better. Plus now we get to include Dylan and Z. So thanks so much, my fellow Super Fun 4. Stay positive, keep spreading that love, keep saying your prayers, keep your faith, guys. Let's keep doing wonderful good things and having fun art and toys and things like this. So don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button to see some more videos coming up for toys and games and other super fun stuff. Captain Games will be coming back at you. Peace.